Hi everyone! Today's lecture is related to the morphology of the nervous system. I'm Professor Natalie Medina and welcome to this part of the course of Biomedical Instrumentation. First, I'm going to talk about the nervous system, which is a complex network of nerves and cells that carry messages to various parts of the body. The nervous system it controls and coordinates functions throughout the body and responds to internal and external stimuli. So first, let me give you an explanation of the central nervous system. This central nervous system is made of the brain, which is located here, and the spinal cord, which is located here. This is a long tube, which is the spinal cord, and the rest of the nerves. The central nervous system is made of gray and white matter. So let me tell you what consists. Uh, the gray matter, which is located here in color, let's say gray. Well, they say that they're gray. Um, Contains most of the neuron cell bodies and dendrites. I'm going to explain this later. It serves to process information and fully develops once a person reaches his or her 20s. The white matter, which is all the rest of the area, which is located here, is made of melanite axons, also called tracks. It acts as a relay and coordinates communication between different brain regions. Well, now let me give you an explanation of the ganglia. Uh, the spinal ganglion is located in the dorsal root here, in the dorsal root of the spinal nerve. Ganglia function like relay stations. It serves like one nerve enters and another exits. Um, the spinal cord is a long structure, let's say a long tube-like a structure, which extends from the brain, which is located here. Both motor and sensory nerves are located in the spinal cord. So the spinal cord is divided into, let's say, 5 different regions. First of all, we have the brainstem, the cervical cord, the thoracic cord, the lumbar, and the sacral cord. Um, First, I'm going to tell you what the brainstem is. The brainstem is part of the base of the brain, which is located all over here, and is connected to the spinal cord, which is all the long tube that we can see here. The brainstem controls the flow of messages between the brain and the rest of the body. So, it also controls basic body functions such breathing, swallowing, heart rate, blood pressure, consciousness, and all the functions of the body, of the human body in this case. Then we have the cervical cord. The cervical portion of the spine comprises the top portion of the spinal cord, which is located here, and I must say that comprising 7 vertebrae in this part of the neck. The vertebrae are called C1 to C7. So these are the vertebrae that are coordinates here, the cervical cord. And a complete spinal cord injury affecting the cervical spinal cord will impact the diaphragm. It will result in breathing difficulties. Then we have the thoracic cord. The thoracic cord spine, well, the thoracic spine is the longest region of the spine. It controls motor and sensory signals, mostly of the upper back, chest, and abdomen. And finally, well, we have the lumbar and the sacral. The lumbar spine is located in the lower back below the cervical and thoracic sections of the spine. It consists of 5 vertebrae known as L1 to L5. So these lumbar vertebrae or lumbar bones, I must say, contain spinal and cord tissue and nerves which control communication between the brain and the legs. Wow, the brain and the legs. This is the main function of the lumbar cord, the lower limb movement. And finally, now the sacral cord, or the sacral spine, is located below the lumbar spine and above the tailbone, which is known as the coccyx. Pelvic organs are controlled by the nerves in the sacral region. These organs include the bladder, bowel, and sex organs. People with a sacral spinal cord injury will most likely be able to walk. So be careful injuring your your complete spinal cord, because it controls and carry out messages from the brain. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.